Neil, talk about that completed pass. How do you break down your throwing on that one, and what did Zach say? Because it looked like he kind of adjusted the route. So how'd that go?
Yeah, no, during practice, we kind of practiced just throwing it over, pretending that the defense would bite on everything, but obviously things happen in the game. And when I had seen the corner kind of fall off, when I came around after Dex threw it to me, I seen Zach kind of slow down, and that was the only way. It was either me running it, but I had enough time to throw it to Zach, so playing a little QB that I did, I just kind of threw it back shoulder. Hopefully I taught him a couple things.
Okay, let's go Jason Shepard and then Jake Hatch.
Through 6 games, and obviously this may sound like a weird question because we obviously see the results of what you guys have done on offense, but how would you evaluate yourself, meaning the offense, through the first 6 games?
I think the offense has been strong. There's still a lot of work to do, and it's exciting to, go up against Houston that we did and Boise here in a couple weeks to really put ourselves to the test and see how we really are compared to other teams in the nation and stuff. But it's been exciting just to be in the type of groove that we've been in and excited to see where it's going.
Well, when you talk about maybe areas to improve, where do you feel there's still room for improvement?
I think the running game, to get it back to where it was, where we weren't throwing as much, but the running game was so dominant that it was fun to see the offensive line and come into film and see how dominant they were and the backs just running over. So I feel against Texas State we got back into the groove of it a little, but it's exciting to see how it can continue to grow. I think with the receivers and Zach, I think it's just continuing what we've been doing all year and not letting any slip or drop come from that. So I think that's where we're at.
I know it's early in the week, but at this point, what do you know about the Hilltoppers in terms of their defense? What have you guys seen or at least been told at this point?
Nothing. I just looked up the record. They won 2 games, but just like Texas State, they'll come in and play hard, and we just got to be ready for that.
Thanks.
Neil, I wanted to ask you from a wide receiver perspective, how impressive is it to you to see what Zach Wilson is doing in terms of his ability to place balls where they need to be when they need to be there?
I think it takes a collective effort. I know Zach gets a lot of praise, but he gets a lot of fault as the QB. I think the receivers and the tight ends had to step up to do their jobs with Matt going down and him being pretty much the offense the past couple of years. But I think we also took it personal as a receivers group to bring it every day, and we've been able to do just that. So he's putting the ball where it needs to be, but obviously sometimes we're having to make the tough catches and stuff, and we've been able to come down with a lot of those. So it's just a collective group effort. So it's just awesome to see.
We've seen you play both inside and outside receiver. How different are those two, or are they interchangeable? How different is your role, I guess, game to game?
It's completely different. I think a lot of the outside with a lot of the teams that we faced, they have a lot of just bail corners. Houston, they didn't have a lot of that, but most of the teams that we've played, a lot of the outside routes have just been completely open. With the inside route, there's a lot of more different type of quarter looks that I get to where my routes are dictated upon what I see as I'm running the route. So mid-route, it could completely change, and usually whenever I run certain routes, there's the backside safety turning and looking. So Zach's been able just to work the outsides. It's been cool. I wish they would open the middle and have different things for that, so I get a little more touches, but it's just been awesome to see. Again, the groove that we've been in is just amazing to see, and hope that we can continue that.
Okay, last 2 questions, Jay Drew and then Jared Lloyd.
Hey, Neil, in light of Gunnar, your running mate out there going down, hopefully only temporarily, how do you feel about the depth of the wide receiving core? Do you feel like you guys have got enough depth there to move on?
Yeah, I think there's enough depth for sure. Like we talked about since fall camp, there's a lot of talent in that room. I think as a receiver group, with the guys that play, I think they can get a better understanding of the playbook, understanding the offense more, and processing. I think processing is probably the biggest thing. When we're in our groups, they understand where they need to be, but when the bullets are flying and stuff, I think that's where sometimes they get a little hold up. So understanding and then processing the information that they're getting with the signals and then the plays and then the type of coverage that we're getting on certain downs, I think we do better with that.
Neil, you personally and the team collectively have gone through a lot this year. And I know you guys focus week to week. It's all about the next game and making sure you're ready for that. Do you ever take a moment to step back and just enjoy the fact that you're playing really well in a year after, after all of the different things that you personally and the team collectively had to go through? Do you ever just get to enjoy that a little bit as you are part of this journey?
Yeah, I think it happens every now and again. I wouldn't say and pinpoint a day when it does happen. Just kind of throughout the week, just it ebbs and flows how it comes. But it is cool to see, especially when like the Houston game, that took me all of last week to kind of process how good we actually did. Usually in years past we would fold and then we'd end up losing. But it was cool just to see how we bounced back and then come out the way we did against Texas State. So again, it's just been amazing to be a part of this journey, to be 6-0. But we definitely got more plans and bigger dreams to fulfill this year. So hopefully we can get to those given the opportunity.
All right, thanks, Neil.
Thank you.